Listen, I don't think burnout is real. I'm a 25-year-old landscaper in the Philadelphia area. I did $2 million last year. And here's why I feel like burnout is a symptom of bad processes and symptoms, not symptoms, systems in your landscaping business. Now, let me get started with listen, burnout is a real thing and it's not fake. A lot of people get burnt out. Do I feel burnt out right now down here in Key West with with the view at my hotel? Right now, I'm not burnt out. But I want to say that I have been very burnt out, right? So what I mean by this is burnout isn't necessarily long term, even though you might think it is. You might be in this phase of your business right now, and I've been in this phase multiple times. What I'm saying is burnout is a lack of systems and processes and team within your landscaping business, right? So if you're feeling burnt out, you probably are lacking the systems and processes within your landscaping business, and that's what's leading you to feel burnt out. And that's why my title says burnout isn't real, because there's always a solution to the burnout. All right, guys, this makes sense. I've been there. I was there this past season, right? When I had some management, like real life problems, where I had a manager of mine. We parted ways in the middle of our spring season, which is our busiest season of the year. Now, I apologize. I just got done a 4-mile run here down in Key West. Maybe not 4 miles, probably 3 miles. 3 miles. I took the CMG shirt off, kept the rollie on, and I was like, I just made an Instagram video about it because I'm like, never in a million years would I would have like gone on a run with my Rolex on, right? But the point I'm trying to get across in this video is that, you know, poor systems, weak leadership, and no support is where the burnout is going to occur. And that's what I want you guys to change, right? You might be feeling stuck in your business, overwhelmed, right? Estimates, calls, leadership. You're trying to manage the guys, do the sales and the marketing, right? And then you got this guy, Chase Gallagher, on Instagram yelling at you to start posting on Instagram. You're like, when the fuck am I supposed to get time to do that? Right? I've been there. I've been through that. I know exactly how it feels. And what I'm saying is systems and processes can fix that in your landscaping business. It's not going to be overnight, and it's going to take like a little bit of time, right? You need to get clarity. You got to get clarity on what would not be burnout, right? So like, for me, that was like getting an office manager. Phase 1 was getting an office manager who can take inbound all the calls into the landscaping business throughout the day so I'm not distracted by that, right? That was a key first step for me. Even though that position isn't a revenue producing position, it allowed me to have that like clarity basically in my business, that like focus throughout the day. The next step was getting a project manager, right? Someone to manage all the projects, manage the crews, manage the clients during the day, things like that. That way I could step off the site, right? And go travel a little bit. But no, in all seriousness, what I did is I focused on 2 things, sales and marketing. Once I had my office manager and my project manager in place, that allowed Chase, the owner, to step away and focus on selling jobs, which was my biggest thing. Let me adjust my camera here. That was my biggest focus, right? And that should be yours as well. Oops. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, right? So once you have a team in place, and even before you have a team in place, guys, what you have to realize is that a team's not going to operate properly without the right software. And this isn't a plug for Jobber. I'm not trying to plug my software company, even though I am a paid ambassador for Jobber. What I'm trying to do is make you realize that the software in your landscaping business will change the trajectory of your company. It did for mine. It did for my company. As soon as my team and I implemented Jobber software, right? We've had a couple other softwares. It was very hard to adapt. My business became that much more clear, and here's why, right? I'm not just going to tell you something. I'm going to give you actual KPIs and facts. What did Jobber do for my company? Number 1, timesheets. It allowed all my guys to have clock in and out on one software. We started tracking all the guys on one platform versus just listening to my project manager say, oh, the guy started here, ended here. Like, that's how we were doing it. Thinking back to that, I was like, that's a loser. That's like not what a real business owner does. Oh yeah, just yeah, whatever you say is like what they did. Absolutely not. Jobber allows us to track their clock in time, track their clock out time, right? Number two, it tracks my KPIs. I'm tracking like how many quotes I send out every month, how many quotes I send out every year. I'm tracking my close rate on the Jobber software. These are what we call KPIs, key performance indicators in your business, that if you want to scale and grow your landscaping business, guys, even if you're at, like, let's say you did $50,000 last year, right? Let's say you did 50K. And check out this view real quick. Even if you did $50,000 in your landscaping business last year, let me adjust my camera just slightly. This still applies to you. You still need to be tracking your KPIs in your landscaping business. So Jobber does that. What's my close rate? How many estimates am I sending out every month, every week, right? How many estimates is oh my God, my camera's annoying me. How many estimates is my team sending out every week, right? There it is. Hold up 1 second. The fuck? I'm back, baby, and better than ever. Jeez. All right, so KPIs, right? The Jobber software. This will literally change your life, right? So how many quotes are you sending out per month? What's your close rate on these quotes? And one of the most key KPIs in your landscaping business is how your clients found out about you, right? So when my office manager's answering the phone call, hi, this is Corey with CMG Landscaping. How can I help you today? Or what can I help you with today? She's asking them, one of her first questions to our client base when they're calling us is, how did you hear about us? You have to put that in your software, right? And over 3 months, 4 months, 6, 8, 12 months, you're gonna have data that most of your landscape competitors don't have. And you can operate a killer business like this, right? And think about it. Every season, at the end of the season, you can sit back, analyze your numbers for that. Say, hey, what's my close rate for that year? What's my, how many estimates did I send out, right? We sent out over $8 million of estimates, or like $8 or $9 million in 2025. We have a 32-ish% close rate. Sometimes it dips down to 28%. Our number one lead source was our Google business profile. Coming in second place, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook, like in general, whether it's Facebook groups or my Facebook social media. Guys, this is how you prevent burnout in your business, right? So it's team, right? Having the right team, but you need the right software. For my company, that's Jobber. The Jobber software is hands down the best software, 0 to 5 million, because that's the phase I'm at, for your landscapers, right? The cost, the time savings you get, the automation it offers, automatic follow-up. You can upload your Google business profile to your Jobber platform, and it will show you, hey, here's 3 things you can do to enhance your Google business profile. Again, 33% of my dollars collected in 2025 came from my Google business profile. Think about that. We did $2.1 million in 2025. 33% came from my Google business, all organic. Now we do paid advertising on Google Guarantee, but that's 12% or 8% of my revenue. And really the third pillar that's going to prevent burnout for other landscapers that guys are watching this video, it is who's around you, right? Who's your circle, whether that's a paid circle, whether that's a free circle, who's your mentor. I am constantly getting around people that are doing bigger and better things than me and have been where I've been at in my business journey, right? For instance, I've hired a business consultant multiple times before. They'll spend a day or multiple days with me. They'll hop on phone calls. And honestly, this past year, at a certain point in my business, I was feeling so burnt out. I was like, how am I going to continue? I was like eager for winter to come around because I just wanted a break, guys. I'm being truthful with you guys so you understand where I was at. And I hired a business consultant. We had multiple conversations and multiple, paths on how to look at different things, and I needed to implement systems and hire more team members, which is what I'm doing and actively always going to be doing. But how did I come to that conclusion about my next steps for my businesses, right? I own 4 different businesses. The main ones are service-based businesses. It was through hiring a business consultant. I said, you know what? Here's your money, right? It was 10 G's. Here's your grant. Here's your money. Come out, spend the day with me. One day, 10 G's, boom. That's what I spent the end of 2025 on a business consultant, and I've spent tens and tens of thousands of dollars more than that getting around or hiring the right types of people, and that alone has allowed me to grow and scale my business. And sometimes, folks, it's not even like, oh, they have a secret, right? They have a secret or they have this. It's how they talk to you, and it's like, oh, this person has been there, right? So what the title of this video really is saying is, yes, listen, burnout is real. Burnout is real. But there's always a solution to that burnout. It's systems, processes, teams, your team members, who you're working with, training, right? If your team members aren't that productive or if you're getting annoyed at them, clear is kind. That's a phrase I took from one of my mentors who runs a 500, 600 person organization. It does $500 million a year. Why am I saying clear is kind? If you're working with individuals that are maybe annoying to you as the business owner, you're like, man, Chase, they're not getting things done. They're just not doing what I want. It doesn't make any sense. They're not listening. Well, you need to set clear expectations with these folks, right? Because if you don't set clear expectations with them and you're going to go fire them, you'll have a subconscious guilt, right? That's maybe why you're not firing them, is because maybe your expectations weren't clear, right? That's a little tidbit. I know I'm getting off topic for this video about burnout, but those are 3 main things to prevent burnout in your business. Number 1, who's on your team and how are they trained? Number 2, software. Jobber software has changed my business. I use it every single day. My team uses it every single day. It's very easy to implement. That's the other thing. When you run a business, hey, I always get asked, Chase, how's the integration? Like how easy is it to get adopted or adapted on Jobber? It's the easiest software, like way easier than QuickBooks, anything else. And number 3, who are you around? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you being with? Who are you listening to? Who are you asking business questions with? For me, that was mentors and coaches. I paid for them to be next to me, or I had to pay to go be next to them. A buddy of mine I'm on this trip with collects $38 million a year in rents alone, and he develops big large projects and has had dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of employees over the years. I'm doing what I'm telling you guys right now. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you enjoyed that. Burnout isn't real. Just get the fuck to work.